Was that the last one?
That was it. Yeah, now we're in resolution phase. Oh Lord.
All right, so
I can see what we're going to. Dude, we were screaming through this. I say that, but this one takes 30 minutes for resolution.
My pitch for the Death of the Weave, dude, is that Wackaplack went to Skarn to try to join the Horde, and in exchange, Skarn wanted the symbiote. He wanted the original symbiote that's tied to Weave. That's what he wanted. So together they kill the Weave. Only the symbiote doesn't attach to either of them. So the symbiote himself is now he's his own character again. Now he's his own avatar. He exists.
Oh God, what's his name? We have to go back and look that up.
Go back and find his name, but now he exists instead of Weave, and he basically fucked them both up. Not like Torpor, but like
they're both
they're fucked. Like they're knocked out for a long time. Maybe even they're subservient to him now or something. I like that idea. Yeah, they try to take him. They take him over, and he takes them over. So now he controls both of them. I forget his name, but now he's returned.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna have to
This is Rend.
No, not Rend. The Weave.
Weave.
It was remember the ooze that jumped in the dragon's mouth. This is him. Dude. He's back. He's back, and he's upset that they killed his boy because they've been friends for a long fucking time, dude. And they were in perfect state.
It's Kuzzis, isn't it? Kuzzis.
Kuzzis. That's it. Yep.
I think it's Kuzzis.
They were in perfect.
Oh God.
Perfect homostasis, if you get what I'm saying. And he's very upset they killed his boyfriend, dude. He does not like what happened. Very upset, dude.
Yeah, Kuzzis is the acidic ooze.
Yep, Kuzzis. He was like, dude, like, no, he's straight up. It was like he was in love with him, dude. They've been together so long, like, it was his man, dude. They killed his man.
Dude, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of sad the Weave is gone because that was
like straight up, they killed his love. They killed his soulmate. So
quick question,
he's mad.
Does that affect? Like, he has to find a new one eventually, right? Because he survived so long.
No. He's using Skarn and Wackaplack. He's on them now. Yeah, to get his revenge.
But they're not bonded. Like it's
not
like
bonded.
A blonde. Yeah.
It's not a symbiosis. He's parasiting on them. He's like using them up so he can go get revenge. And his revenge is going to be he's going to wipe out the fucking Horde. The Horde and the elves are dead.
What, 4,000 years after jumping into the mouth of a dragon? That's a damn story to tell.
He's been
the real hero of the adventure is Kuzzis. We just didn't know it until now.
We didn't know it yet.
He's been around the whole time, but he's been like, just completely enthralled with this other person.
Got some left? Yay,
Oh, we got more stuff, right? What else happened?
Jesus, yeah, I'm still typing. Huh?
Do we have more avatars?
Well, that takes care of
we have plenty. Yeah, we just handled like 3 in one shot. That was nice though. We have the war between Rend and Centenalian. That's gonna be fun.
We have to resolve that. I also have a resolution where John was saying that that castle up in the hills. So when Renard goes up to this castle and enters it, inside of this castle in an antechamber, he finds what appears to be a woman, a beautiful woman sitting upon this like cast iron throne. And she takes control of him. And now his eyes glow green, and now he's tied to whatever this person is. And she uses him now as her agent in this world. So we have to create another avatar for whoever's in this castle that he found.
Or is she gonna be something so much more powerful than an avatar?
Whatever we want to do, but he's her agent now. Like her agent for like her.
Otherwise, it was someone so powerful that the fox decided to be like, actually, this is the winning horse.
Well, in his mind, I like the idea you were saying, John. Like somehow he saw the place no one else could, so she like lured him up there like a harpy or a siren. So she may be even controlling him, not like your mind. Like he may think it's all his idea, but it's not. It's her. He thinks. I like the idea. Maybe he thinks that he found her, right? And like he's going to use her for whatever.
Yeah, but he's subsumed by her. So
he's subsumed by her. He just doesn't realize it.
What if the entity is more overt about it? Like when he enters, like he almost is in a fantasy realm in his head.
Yeah, I mean, he
shows up, and what happens is he thinks, "Oh, I have access to all this power, all of these things that are here and operational, and I have to secure it by going and getting this thing or doing this thing." But really, she's there. He doesn't even know she's there. and he's being sent on missions for her and not even realizing it.
I guess I kind of like the idea of him knowing that she was there though, because it gives us more interactions in the world with what she is, instead of her just being something that no one knows about at all except for us. But yeah, I mean,
I'm really
either way.
terrified of the idea of Kuzis like plotting revenge on like a lot of things now.
Oh, he's going revenge on the
oh.
Horde.
Fuck,
For sure.
he's going to destroy some bad shit.
On, but I don't know. Would he even see himself as acidic anymore after all this time? And the
I'm
fact
not sure what.
no other oozes rose to his.
Oh no, I don't think he's even cares about the other oozes. He's just pissed.
Yeah.
Like you look back at how long him and not a Chroma, but the other one.
Years.
God, geez, yeah, it was several hundred years. Yeah, because he's been
several thousand.
Yeah.
Because he's from
I mean, yeah, there's a few. Yeah, I think it was like, was it like age round 2 or 3 of age 1 that they melded? It was bad.
So that's.
So do we want to resolve these two wars we have going on now?
We need to, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right. So we have Kaya-Dun trying to roll up and steal. They actually don't want to destroy the rest of the city. They just want the thing, but you know, that's
when they get there, they realize the thing is built into the city.
Yeah,
so,
and Shadar,
and
do they even fight, or are they like do they think it's like a holy site? Like they're like, oh my god, they built a temple to the thing that we revere.
If it was a holy site, then that just means, in my opinion, I think they would look at it and say, "Oh yes, they prepared the area for the sacrifice."
Maybe.
You're like,
well, first of all, do the Anthropomorphs have anything left of their army that exploded into this place? Probably not, right? They didn't build an army.
No.
So is Shadakar going to just submit? I don't know.
No, I think the Shadakar are going to try to detonate anything else inside of there, but they're going to work their way into that city.
So
like maybe the fact that the Death Star is not fully destroyed, they're like, that's not supposed to be. We need to fully destroy this thing with us here. That's what we're doing. But they don't have to tell Shadakar Wallace and the rest of the Anthropomorphs while they're there. They could just say, we're here for this holy site.
Well, it's a big death cult, right? I imagine they
would. Yeah, it's a huge. Yeah,
get the next device that might be needed to blow up the world.
So,
because like
there's several ways we could do this.
It's not just a culture that's light death culty. It's like a whole culture's death cult, right?
We haven't really had the Kaya-Dun be like a very aggressive physical group yet. I mean, to me, they've been more of a.
Well, they did build an army recently, just for the intent to go kill folk.
Well, I think their intent was to go and like get that.
Okay,
you know,
I got it. They get there, and they see that there's tons of undead in this area because of the death stuff that happened last round. When they crashed here, there's undead all over this city.
Yeah, and the null giant,
and undead death giants, right? So there's so much undead. Would they attack the undead? That's essentially the army they would have to attack, because that's what's there.
No, what if they make a base of operations out of it, though? I think most of these people would be necromantically leaning, right?
So does Shadakar Wallace align with them then to save what's left of the Anthropomorphs? Here,
I don't think. I don't think that he would willingly sacrifice his people. You know, I don't think that.
So what if what if they align for now, but he's planning on some kind of like guerrilla warfare to like retake the city eventually?
But the Kaya-Dun are actually thinking that eventually they're going to just try to blow up the rest of the Death Star.
Yeah, so he submits to them with the intent of next round doing other shit.
Well, I was going to say, what if instead of submission, they just go straight off? They find the old Coatl like facilities and things, and they hide off in the mountains and they hide off in the trees and go straight to guerrilla warfare right away.
It's not a bad idea either.
You know.
Okay, so then the Kara-Dun are going to be attacking the undead that are there, then, right? That's what they would be attacking.
But they attack them though.
Directing them.
Well, they're not. Yeah. The Kara-Dun aren't necromancers. The Meerkat are necromancers, and they were aligned.
But the Meerkats and the Kaya-Dun were working together.
That's what I mean. So are there Meerkat are the Necrotonians with them? Like, is that order?
I would think so. I would think they'd have some with them. Yeah.
Okay, so they just double.
kind of-
So they just
Plus,
double the size of their army
They have
immediately.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
they have to have their own necromancers. It just means they're not like the best necromancers so much, right? Like every race
worshiping
necromancers.
worshiping death doesn't necessarily mean that you raise dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
They could be ones that don't raise dead that just use death magic as opposed to
They
animating
just
death.
kill folk
Because undeath is kind of actually a mockery of death.
of death.
It
yeah.
is actually, yeah. If you
Right.
actually, if you believe in the natural cycles of things, you don't want dead.
Yeah. It's
So, yeah,
interesting.
dude.
Like,
So
what
maybe
Are
are
they a
they?
death cult in the?
Maybe
Yeah, they
they-
may not want a dead, honestly.
Yeah, they might not like the undead because it's like a taunt to them not being dead yet, and the world not being dead yet.
Yeah, it's like an affront to what they believe in because you're not dead or alive. You're like something else. You're outside of death.
I think the Kaidu would actually attack. Honestly,
They
Yeah.
might attack them, so they might be in a war with all the undead that's there.
So how about they? I don't think they'd have a problem trashing the undead because they already lean. Well, maybe that would make it harder, but especially with Meerkat help, if they get the Meerkat help. But I think that they might take the site over afterwards, either way, and call it their own, so they can keep doing research and try to.
and the worst part is Wallace and his Xanthamorphs are going to escape to the Coatl ruins and then find zombie Coatls up there.
Yep.
Oh wait, it brought everything from the past back.
No, we had zombies from like 2 rounds ago. All the koala got mummified by a fungus, or they got zombified.
Yeah,
by
remember?
A fungus.
Oh, I thought the Coatl. I thought that was rounds and rounds ago. It must have been like 500 years between that and the
Yeah,
storm.
they just
They ain't dead. They're
dead.
zombies.
so much shit got zombified at the end of the other age.
Yeah.
Just like in the other world.
Man,
So the Kaidun are successful at repelling the undead.
Yeah. And allow their allies to the meerkats to absorb that undead into their own horde, their undead horde.
Okay.
the Coatl zombie.
Even though there's going to be like problems later because the Karadun are going to eventually turn on them because they're practicing reanimating undead. So it's like now they're giving them the army as long as they're still helping them, like giving them the undead.
So that storm, you said it was it the what brought the Coatl? Like what killed the Coatl?
Yul
When they attacked
Yul,
the Myconoids.
no, well, Yul reawakened and like he zombified everything again. This is rounds and rounds ago. This is probably
No, I'm talking about the
First round.
Coatl were like from age 1. They showed up to bring order,
Yes.
and they just
And
got
when-
murked
Yeah.
real
when
quick.
the catastrophe happened and Yul woke up in this world too, when the races
worlds
combined,
collided.
when the worlds collide and the races combined, Yul woke back up and zombified a bunch of shit. It was
Because
like Coatl,
The Coatl destroyed the Myconoids, but in the process were
Yeah.
poisoned and became zombies.
Well,
it
there
was
you
like
go.
the
H. Moore.
Jabberwockies.
That's how the zombies came about. I
Yep.
knew it as much as you.
It's like that. There's been a lot. Hey, we were literally on row 347 of my spreadsheet.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit going down. So,
Okay.
so we'll have to do a resolution. What happens with Wallace and are they able to secure the Coatl base from the zombie Coatls?
What do you think? I think so.
I think so, just because he's a freaking.
he didn't
he's-
roll
he's-
calamity or death.
Well,
Yeah.
they're different kinds of zombies, right? They're not technically undead. They're like shambling mound, right? Like
Yeah, they're
it's
like
an
poison
actual
zombies.
fungus. Yeah, it's an actual fungus that's keeping them animated. So
Yeah.
maybe because he has cybernetics and stuff from the Animorphs, maybe they figure out a way to control that.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then send it later.
Or they're
out.
immune to they're immune to the ability to be poisoned.
Oh, I like that. Maybe they're immune. They find out they're immune
They have natural
to
immunity.
the fungus. They can
They're
use
just
the
gonna-
fungus as a weapon. Yeah,
Nice.
I like that. So Animorphs are immune to the fungus.
Yeah. I like that idea. Like from when they were on their old plane with the Knoll Giants in the first place. That's why the Shambling Mounds in the area didn't fuck up with the Knoll Giants. They're immune too.
Yep.
I like it.
And secure the Coatl ruins.
So now they have this Coatl army too of undead, or not
Yeah.
undead, whatever you want to call it, zombies basically.
They're
not
like the yellow creeper zombies, kind of like the
Yeah.
yellow. Yeah.
Like Princess Mononoke beasts. No,
I think in D&D technically it's still considered undead, but you know what I'm saying. They're not necromantic magic isn't powering them. It's
Yeah.
just the plants are alive in them, controlling them.
All right. So what happens with who else do we have fighting each
We
other?
got to do Rind and the
Oh,
Hawkmen and Rind.
Shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I have a couple ideas. I think the first thing he would do is use his absorbed kobolds, those radioactive kobolds he
Mhm.
has absorbed in that room, to maybe outfit the Hawkmen with weaponry so they could actually fight. So use that
okay.
technology absorbed from them. And then he has that laser he absorbed into the wall. So he has his own version of a Death Star ray. So they have a little bit of something. But now Rind has a sun,
Cosmic dragons and the sun.
cosmic dragons, and a giant fire dragon, a giant magma sun dragon thing in the sky.
a dragon that has turned himself into a sun at will
Yes.
because
So
some things are
Yeah.
more powerful than the universe.
So
So the question is do we want to get rid of our levers? I know we're having fun with it, but do we want to get rid of the levers? Because I'm seeing like a giant, I don't know, solar flare coming or something. Or,
solar
Bahamut like Final Fantasy 14, like wiping everyone fucking out. So
Oh
I
man,
have a
suck for those.
Okay,
animals.
so-
all their cybernetics turn off one day.
so using the levers in his final lever pull, and using the technology of the Warforges he was absorbed into the levers, he turns this whole wall into like a giant mecha Godzilla thing, and he goes and fights the dragon in space. so stay with me. So Centenarian and the Hawkmen literally go up into space to fight the giant sun dragon, and Rind and her cosmic dragons.
Oh, okay.
So wait,
All right.
do they create like
So the Pale Gate's gone.
something that's in pieces?
Yeah, he uses like
Tailgate come together to create, I don't know, some kind of like
he figures out the levers were actually controlling like all the pale steel that's throughout the whole world, which is created by the ice dragon, the giant ice dragon, and he creates a mech out of it by pulling all the different like he figures out the levers, creates a giant mech, and that mech and the Hawkmen, who are in radioactive armor, go up there to fight the cosmic dragons and the sun dragon.
So who wins?
Well, I mean, he's got pale steel.
Does anyone really win in this?
And he's got like a plasma cannon.
Hate my
That's full of lightning.
My pitches.
Oh, and
Lord.
the hold on, I have something for this too. The alien stuff that was next to the wall, it animates too when this whole thing happens. So he's covered in like a weird space regeneration shit, like regeneration vines all over his body, all over the body of the mech. To give it that little extra oomph so he can take a little more damage. All right, so what's your pitch, John?
It's gonna involve more stuff falling from the sky.
All right, let's do it. Okay,
Chicken fucking little.
So does Mecha Pale Gate win, or does Mecha Pale Gate win, or does the Sun Dragon win, or does something else happen?
I'm starting a second resolution on this one.
I don't think the Sun Dragon itself gets involved because he's like even above her.
He refuses to fight.
Well,
She goes to command him, and he's like,
the Blue Dragon, right?
Oh,
Like the Blue Dragon didn't get up to fight. If the
No.
Blue Dragon got up to fight, Sun Dragon will get up to fight.
the Blue Dragon, the Lightning Dragon, and Blue Steel Dragon didn't get up to fight, but he's using parts of it to fight. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's got like the plasma from the Lightning Dragon and the body of the Blue Dragon.
Yeah.
So does he really not get involved, or does she try to command him? And he's like, "Bitch, I'm a son."
Yeah, like I'm before you. I'm before.
I'm before all.
That came together to make you.
Oh God.
Or this planet. You are born of this planet. Therefore, you're born of me.
Well, if it's Cosmic Dragons and Rind with the sword versus the Mecha Godzilla, I don't know, dude.
That's bad. That's really bad. So The question is, how does Ezrus and Crovexus feel about all this?
What the fuck?
Yeah. We gotta bring those guys in too.
And Yule too.
That's how they feel right now as they watch.
That's pretty much how they feel like. They're sitting back, like smoking cigars, like, what the hell, dude?
Space. At some point in time, you have to start questioning all your land masses. Like, okay, where did I build my house?
Build my house.
Oh, no blue still near my house. Oh, okay, good.
All right.
So my pitch for it is my pitch for it is that she destroys the Mechagodzilla, and it becomes like a belt of that blue steel asteroids that like surround the planet now. Like a belt of what was left of the Mechagodzilla surrounds the planet, almost like not a shell, but like a belt, like the belt of the Milky Way, like a bunch of heavenly bodies that are now floating up there in space.
And we could say meteorites of pale steel
can come down
back on the planet, but not in. No. You don't understand. I'm saying like
not this age. Not this age.
Iron meteorites we find today, like this, so that it becomes a rare metal to find.
Yeah.
In the future. Not so that it blows a third of the world up.
Should we do like this percentage thing, like 1 to 33, one of them dies, 33 to 66, they both destroy themselves, and then like 67 to 100, the other one wins? Like, how do we want to do this?
I was thinking maybe we could do something with the sword. Like, since Ren is full on using the sword, like maybe what's her name fucks her
Alatun?
From like inside the sword. Yeah,
Alatun.
Like gets her final revenge and shit at like the key moment when she was gonna win.
What if? Wait, where is the sword now?
With Ren?
With Ren, she has it.
So like the soil fails on her during combat.
Well, what if we said Ezrus and Crovexus, right? So
yeah,
Ren thinks that she is the most powerful thing in the world. So this whole thing with the Loon was set up by Crovexus and Ezrus for her to create the sword, because they figured out that if they got all of her power into that sword, that she would think that she got her power back, but in actuality, Elune had the whole time. So Elune getting absorbed into the sword was part of the plan. She was like her final sacrifice, so that she would be in the sword when Ren went to use it during the scheme moment.
That she would
eventually use it, and when she did, Elune would fuck her.
Nice.
I was gonna say not to get rid of Ren altogether, though. Like she would be stuck in the solar area, wounded.
What if she's stuck in the halls and all of her power is gone? So she's not a god anymore. Like the sword, Elune takes all of her power, it goes into the sword, and she's nothing. She's just lives out the rest of her days, what she has left in space in this place with nothing around her.
So she loses all her power. She can't even run the game.
Loses her avatar status, everything else.
She can't run the game. She's not an avatar anymore. Well, she's like Crovexus and Rezus. She still exists, but she doesn't have the power anymore. But it doesn't mean she can't take part in the story somehow. And she won't die ever. She's immortal. So she's forever, for all time.
She's trapped there.
Like, for all time, she's stuck there on the temple.
She could run the game, but she's trapped.
Yep.
And she can never leave.
Never leave, never do anything else. All she can do is oversee the game.
And she's surrounded by kobold golems,
which are now her jailers. They don't guard her; they're guards to make sure she can never escape. Yeah, so like everything she created is now her jail. It's like her prison.
But she can't create any new sub-race. She doesn't have the power to do that anymore.
She doesn't have the power to do anything except run the game.
She's not going to be an avatar at all.
Yeah.
And be a figure of the world.
Well, I don't know if she's an avatar. I think maybe she's like Crovexus and Ezrus, right? Like she's a character like in the world that exists.
Yeah.
Like call her, like
she's not gonna have avatar actions.
Yeah, call her like Rin the Fallen Queen or something like that. Like she can't do anything. She has no actions. And Elune can take her place now as an avatar, except that she's stuck in the sword like forever. So she can only function if the sword's being used by somebody else.
Yeah, I'll say I don't want her to have avatar actions unless she needs to have one.
Yeah, unless somebody discovers a sword or we do something with the sword.
Yeah, I say we can leave her on the avatar action list, but then we have to determine: does someone have her during this period? Does someone have her during this period?
I think the sword should either fall after the battle, after she does what she does. It should either be up there. I don't want it to be in the same place with Ren. It should be either in space or maybe on this Earth somewhere, like falls like Thor's hammer and shit, like into some place here,
deep and far away.
Hey, here's an idea. Why don't we randomly roll to see where she lands?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. And John, you were saying about the meteors. What do you want to do with the pieces that fall back to Earth?
Just that
it's like a rare metal thing.
Of metal, like adamantite, and something else.
Like small
piece
meteors, nothing like big that
means that
fucks it up.
it's dispersed, but extra rare in later ages. Excuse me.
Okay, I had another thing for the resolution because we didn't do anything within this round. So the reef elves were getting jacked by the metal gnomes that were underneath the reef where the that heavenly body crashed. So I want the metal gnomes to be doing the same thing to the reef elves that they started to do to the Macan. So now there's gonna be like metallic reef elves that are infused with the metal gnome shit, the star metal or whatever, like starting to creep into the reef. So metal elves or adamantine elves or whatever you want to call them. Star elves. I mean,
Star elves.
But they're there now. So it's a sub race.
Okay, so let me make sure I go back because that other shit with Alatun and all that kind of got a lot going on there. All right, so Alatun, under the order of Ezrus and Gravexus, sacrificed herself knowing that she could weaken Rend and fail her. So Rend loses all of her power and avatar status. The Pale Gate, the Pale Steel mech is destroyed and turns into an asteroid belt.
Yep.
And what happens to Centenalian?
I mean,
was he in the mech?
He is the mech.
He is the mech.
I'd say he's probably dead or asleep, or I don't know what you call it. Not
There's
dead.
a small black box floating in space with his consciousness in it.
Yeah, he's still yeah, dude. How about he exists in all the metal still? So it's not just like deposits of metal; it's like sentient metal, like down on the earth and shit that you can find. So you could build sentient weapons out of it or sentient armor out of it.
You use the base of that metal and magical ritual. You can make an intelligent weapons and armor.
Yep, items.
So his consciousness disperses into the metal.
So he's reached his final ascension too, just like Crovexus and Ezrus and Rend have now, where he's no longer part of the game.
In the play.
He's no longer in play with roles. He just when things happen during resolution, if we want to put him in, we can put him in, or events.
Okay.
The Hawkmen with the radiate armor, I think them and the Cosmic Dragons make it out of the conflict and are still around. That's what I think.
Okay.
But now they know each other, I guess, and now the Hawkmen realize they can go into space if they have this special armor on that's made out of these.
So now we have Space Marines, huh?
So we have Space Marines now. Yep.
Yeah. Who probably roll around on Cosmic Dragons.
Where
you want to make them align? Ooh, I like that.
Hell yeah, why not? They'd be like, dude, why would we align?
For sure, they align.
Guess where she falls?
Where'd she fall?
I'm not even joking. I rolled a 19 across and 23 down.
Mark
Guess
it.
what that is?
Right on the fucking Magma Dragon's head?
No fucking way. Where the Magma Dragon was?
5,
oh, that's so dope, dude.
8, 10. I'm double checking. 11, 12.
So she's down in the ocean.
16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 20. Literally the same square.
Oh my god. See, dude, how does the RNG always fucking happen? That makes perfect sense.
Like, I need to find out how I can move this just so that people understand that is legit. That's insane.
That's pretty funny.
That's serendipity at work.
Oh,
the Hawkmen now align with the Cosmic Dragon.
That's right.
Dude, and not only do they work together now, the Hawkmen now and the Cosmic Dragons announce themselves as the protectors of space. So they're not just aligned, they're like Green Lanterns, basically. Like, they protect everything. What do you think? Like,
I like that's badass. I'm totally thinking like Space Force.
Like Space Force.
I would say I really like that in one aspect, which is Centenalia's original intent was
to protect.
As a protector. And then the world went
crazy. And so I bet you the Hawkmen now know they probably forged their weapons out of that.
So in the end, he did protect everybody, or at least he thinks he did, because he was afraid that she was going to destroy the world.
Ooh, I got an idea for an order. So
next round for sure. We got a couple more things. We got to do the Seeker, Barak the Seeker, and what he finds. If he finds anything on these giant tunnels underneath.
Yeah, I'm thinking like below the mantle, crusty stuff of the earth, the core of the earth is just a prison. So it's like all these mechanist pieces throughout all of it.
I fucking love it.
Got into, like,
So
what would be
he
the equivalent
he
later.
finds the first level of the prison system. So now our world just isn't one box; it's multiple boxes and multiple locks and multiple prisons. So why don't we roll something here and see if he finds what he finds in this prison level? Like what's here?
I was thinking the first thing he finds is just like the maintenance shaft, the one that you could follow across
No, but
anywhere
what if,
and pop up somewhere else in the
He
planet.
finds a grid showing the map.
yeah, what
Yeah,
if he finds
like
what if he finds what this area is though? This first
Like you are here.
figures out, and in this area is this specific thing, like a type of creature or a type of monster that's held here.
Like the steel predators.
Yeah, like we could make whatever we want. Like I'm thinking maybe it could be like maybe he finds some old ancient minotaur that's like the minotaur that's supposed to be in the labyrinth.
Actually,
Like it's
hold
like
on.
the first
What
one.
happens if he finds the essences of like Ezrus or Corvexus or something like that? Like he learns that these high-powered things are actually tied directly to this prison system.
Okay, I like this. So what if when we take something out of play, it's being taken out of play literally because it's getting absorbed into the prison system. So when Ezra thought he became ultra powerful, what he really did was fuck himself
himself
and
on a
put
list.
himself in prison.
Yeah, he put himself on a
Yeah.
list.
So Crovexus is in prison, but their prison isn't a prison. It's like a plane, or it's like a place where they
Yeah.
don't realize they're in prison.
Exactly what I was
Yeah.
thinking. When you
Yeah.
get into each level, what each level actually would end up being would be something like a mini pocket plane.
I got an idea. How about he finds a level that's filled with Animorphs, and the king of the Animorphs in this level is Demon Bear. So he finds what happened to Demon Bear after Demon Bear supposedly died. He's stuck in this prison level. So the first level he finds is the Animorphs avatar here in the prison level. What do you guys think? So we can
Oh, no.
take the avatars we've killed already and move them back into the story because they're here.
Well, actually, what I was thinking of saying is like, is he finds it, but is he able to like cross whatever threshold needed to interact with the people inside?
I mean, maybe he can. Maybe that map he finds isn't a map. Maybe it's like it is a map, but maybe it's like an artifact, and this artifact allows him to go into these places if he
But
wants.
maybe only for a certain amount of time, or he'll be absorbed.
Or he'll be absorbed, or he can only have so much interaction before he might get stuck. But it allows him to enter these planes, these separate planes.
Really makes me ask a bunch of questions about like.
So what if we call it the map of Megatrix? Since Megatrix was supposed to be our prison, was supposed to be our limbo plane of where things went when they died.
Well, Magnetrix, yeah.
So this is so like the whole prison system is Magnetrix, basically.
Dude, it's hot. I'm so excited.
Do you see what I'm saying? So like when that other shit happened, the question is, did the prison plane exist before they fucked with time and space and brought another world here, or did it all happen because they fucked with time and space and brought the world here? Like, which is it?
Which came first?
Which came first?
And like when the intent was made for the prison and the original thing that was put here with the dragons and all the other stuff involved, you walk that back and you go, but
wait a second.
There's also this design for the post that they would know would play into the.
So did Magnetrix combine with whatever the original prison system was? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's all kinds of narrative stories you could tell now. Like,
or did Tim Porce know this was going to happen, so he set things in order? Who knows?
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So the manipulators think they're manipulators, but they're not really. They're not really manipulators.
Is Deshala? Yeah, they might actually just be mechanisms of a system.
Dude. Yeah, like a giant simulation theory. Like basically, they think they're doing shit, but they don't. But they're not really doing shit.
Realm Guardian Walker suggested by Deshala.
I think that's everything we need for resolution.